Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Gavin. It's 5 days out from the Rocket City Classic. It's peak week. And I thought I would make y'all a little recipe video today. Today, if you look at my Instagram, you would know I love pancakes, I love protein cakes, and for my pre-workout meal today, I'm going to be making a blueberry protein cake. So, the first step, get yourself a Tupperware container. I'm using a little small Rubbermaid, and lightly coat that with some cooking spray. I'm just using regular vegetable oil cooking spray. And to that, you're going to add 55 grams of brown rice flour. I prefer brown rice flour over grinding up oats. I think it has a better texture to it. It's more flour-like consistency. So to our bowl, we're going to add 55 grams of brown rice flour. Now for protein powder, I think the best one for this is the Dymatize Elite XT, the blueberry muffin. I like all their Elite XT products. I think that they bake really well. The banana nut, the blueberry, or the fudge brownie are all my favorite. So we're gonna add 1 scoop, or about 34 grams of blueberry muffin protein powder. Next, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Gotta make it rise. Now for the liquid ingredients, I always like having a moistening agent, whether it be Greek yogurt, pumpkin, or unsweetened applesauce. Now to me, pumpkin wouldn't really go well with this recipe, so what I have here is 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce, which is about 122 grams. Now because there's so much moisture in the applesauce, I'm not going to use as much milk as you would think. Usually I would use about 120 milliliters, or about 1/2 cup. I'm actually going to use 1/3 cup, or 80 milliliters of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Next I'm going to add 1 egg white. And finally, 2.5 ounces, or about 70 grams of fresh blueberries. I'm just going to add that right on in there. And once we got all that into the bowl, we're just going to mix it up real quick, make sure it gets all incorporated. It's going to be a rather thick consistency, almost like a cake, like a regular cake batter. I mean, it's a cake, so I guess that's what you would expect. Get that all mixed together. Make sure you check the bottom to make sure there's no chunks. A lot of times when I make these, there's a little layer of protein powder that doesn't get all the way incorporated at the bottom, so just make sure you get all that incorporated in there. A little taste. That's good. And if you want a little sweeter, I use these Great Value sweetener drops. They work really well, especially in coffee. So I'm actually going to add a couple of drops of that in there as well. Actually about 4. Oh, that's good. And to that, we're going to pop this into the microwave. We're going to cook it for 60 seconds. And that's just to let it cook a little bit before we mix it up. After the 60 seconds, we're going to stir it one more time, and then we're going to let it cook for about another minute. So I'll show you the final product when it's finished. Ooh, would you look at that? Got about 1 minute left, and looks like a lot of the blueberries actually exploded in the cake. Man, more flavor for me, I guess. And we're back with the finished product. As you can see, I topped it with a little bit of Greek yogurt. That's about 75 grams. Or if you're using the single serving cup of the Dannon Light and Fit, It's about half a cup. So for all this, it's about 75 grams of carbs, about 30 grams of protein, and right around 3 to 4 grams of fat. I'll put the exact macros on my Instagram later, but here you are. Here's your microwave protein cake, blueberry flavor. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you want more, just message me or tell me on my Instagram @TempleBuilderFitness. And I hope you all have a great day.